You're listening to Off the Stage.
Boom. Welcome to Off the Stage podcast. My name is Connor Michael, this is Barry Hagman, and we talk to people in the music industry about music. And today we have the absolute GOAT of the music scene, Mr. Allan Riach.
Hello, hi.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. A bit of a cold, but okay.
That's
now.
all right.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Well, yeah, that's it. As we record this, it is January. We're starting the new year, new season. Mm-hmm. We're planning to do a thing where we do a group of episodes per season. Instead of just doing them every week, we're going to have a collection come out over the space of a few months and then stop and then go again.
So this is our first time back after like a year, so we might be a little bit rusty, so bear with us.
100%.
Yeah.
And Alan, you are one of the guests that we've wanted on this podcast for a long time.
Oh, thank you very much. Don't know why.
Well, the reason why we don't think we know that you're massively appreciated in the music industry. You make your efforts to come to every gig, even the ones of people you don't know, just to kind of like, one, it's the entertainment of going to see live music.
Yeah.
But it also gives a lot of motivation for other musicians as well to keep going.
Right. Yeah.
I've had my doubts many a time about whether I keep going or not, and you've told me to not stop, so I'm not allowed to. So the reason you have to listen to my songs is because of Alan.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's start the podcast how we normally do.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
I'll go first, I guess.
Both the
I'm
same.
going to go, so I went back to the absolute classic, which is the Fruity, which is my favourite beer, to be fair. Hasn't given us heartburn yet, which is good. It's a good sign.
A sip of this has given me heartburn.
Has it really? Oh God, what is that? That looks like a mystery sour.
It is a sour. It's hops and I can't remember. It's hops and like heroin or some hops and heroin.
Heroin.
Or something. Pretty much. We both tried this off camera.
Yeah,
Would you like to see how sour this
very
is?
bitter.
Good. Oh God.
It's like an apple toxic waste thing. That's the face we wanted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I'm not used to that anymore. I used to have. Oh my God, I've got the heartburn as well.
Yeah, it was every week, wasn't it?
That was every week. Oh my God. Yeah, I've got to pack my wennies.
Yeah, I know, right? I think last time we did the podcast, I was at least in my 20s.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Yeah, and yourself, you got
I went for the Friendly's again.
Yeah.
A bit of fruity beer. Very nice and refreshing, but after a couple it gets a bit sickly. But
That's
Yeah,
it. I've
I
had
can
it
have
before.
one. I can have one.
Yeah.
I love it, but I can have one. It's the same with like. We're gonna swear this time. We're not gonna.
Within moderation.
The shit side, I'll call it, which is like Strongbow. I can only have one. I love it, especially in the summer, like in a beer garden. But you can only have one.
Yeah, well that's it. I've had it before, but the second one's a bit.
Yeah.
What would you normally drink if you were at a gig? Is it just whatever's on draft or?
lager.
Yeah.
Yeah. Madri or Stella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
I feel the quality of beer in venues has gone up the past few years.
Yeah, I remember when you used to go to gigs and it was just Red Stripe.
Yeah.
It was like cans of Red Stripe.
For like £3, even though you could buy like four £3.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, oh God.
Or there was like the mini cans of like Coke and Jack for like a tenner.
Yeah.
And they were your two options, and it was like, well. But yeah, there's definitely been like a lot of different variety. We should mention, just whilst we're on the talk of beer, we are back here at the Ship Isis in Sunderland.
Yes.
They have their own variety of craft ales downstairs. And that's kind of why I go for the sours, because it's just a different. It'll be a different one next
It's a
week.
nice surprise, isn't it? It's not the same old, just.
It sure is. But just going into music, so obviously you've gone to one or two gigs in your lifetime. One or two gigs this year. It's the 12th. When did you start going to gigs?
The first concert I ever went to was back in November 1973.
Right.
Which was a strange one. I wasn't expecting to go to a concert. Just a neighbour who was a friend with brothers, come and said he had a spare ticket to see Mott the Hoople. My brother wasn't in, so my mum said, "Take Alan." Of course, he was looking at me, and I was looking at him. I'm not going to get there. I'm going to go. But yeah, went along, and ever since then, had a few more that year. Then ever since then, regularly went to concerts.
Yeah. That's good. That's like a good gateway into it.
And I was only 14 at the time.
That's really good though, isn't it? Because you don't get a lot of like youthful people just go into gigs.
No, you don't. Not anymore.
I mean, I was 14 when I went to my first gig, but it was like my dad had said, right, we're going to go see Avril Lavigne. This is a family day out kind of thing. But just going off your back and going, hey, look, there's a gig on.
My first gig was first proper gig that I remember like that. I actually thought I'm going to buy tickets to was Foo Fighters. That was when I was in school, and I must admit I completely forgot about it. The day before, I was like, oh yeah, I got tickets for Foo Fighters. It's a good gig though. It's fun.
That's good.
Yeah, the first ticket I actually bought myself was for Linda Swan.
Right.
Even supporting the local scene back then.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that Lindisfarne the band or the festival that they do now?
The
I'm assuming
band.
that's quite
Band,
huge.
yeah. Lindisfarne, the festival as well at the VNUI.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We've prepped a bunch of questions. I'm trying to roll them off my tongue and make it sound professional, but I'm not. Who is the biggest artist that you say you've seen live before they blew up in the industry?
Well, the biggest one was from the very first concert. The support band for Motley Hoople back in 1973 was Queen. So that was the very, very first band I saw, and I was even expecting to see them.
Yeah.
So that
what
was
were
the
they
biggest
like?
one. Well, actually, they were really, really good. I did enjoy them. I preferred them as a band. I wouldn't say I preferred, I wasn't really a Freddie Mercury fan. It was the whole sound of the band I really loved it.
Yeah.
I did fall in love with them and live music from then.
Awesome.
So it was a good introduction to
I
live
was going to
music,
say,
isn't it?
it's like chasing the dragon, isn't it? You're still trying to get the high as well. So when you saw them, did you think, oh yeah, these are going places?
Well,
or was it's hard
No,
when you...
'cause it's difficult when we were in the first one, so it was good, but I don't know, I had nothing to judge it against.
it's a good
Although
point,
I can, from the first night, saying I preferred them to Motley Hoople.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they were a really good band even then.
I think that's always the challenge as a support actors. It's not to build your ego and be I'm better than such and such, but you should always try to be better than the headline. Just to give that competition of the good show.
Yeah,
Not
absolutely.
necessarily saying it to like knock them down, but you don't want people to be like, oh, that was a good little act on it. But you want them to be like, I like the headline, but I tell you what, I'll come back and see. I mean, Queen clearly did a good job.
I'd be surprised if anybody beat that as like their first ever gig to go and see Queen, or just Queen support like a band like that. Unless there was another Allan, like in the audience who still does the gigs now.
Well, we say a thing where we think there's at least 7 of you, because every time there's someone's doing a photo of a gig in the same day, it's like, oh, there's Alan at that one and then that one and that one. And it's like, so with Queen, obviously them being the support slot, they're obviously not the big name just yet. But how early in their cycle would you say you got to see them then?
They were promoting the second album, Queen 2. It was before Sheer Heart Attack came out and before Night at the Opera, so they had no chart success by then, nothing in the charts.
But they were starting to
they did
waves.
very soon after that tour. They did.
Where was that gig?
City Hall.
Oh, Newcastle.
Yeah, all my teens and 1970s was all exclusively City Hall.
Right. When did you start venturing out the northeast?
The first one out the northeast was mid 80s or late 80s, when I was in my late 20s.
Right.
That was up to Glasgow to see U2.
All right. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you remember who the support was there? It's gonna be like Michael Jackson.
I know.
It was Hue and
20
Cry.
questions.
Hue and Cry. I think. Yes, it was.
Yeah. I mean, the next question we had written down here was how did you grow a passion for going to live music? But I think, to be fair, you just start off with Freddie Mercury.
The Queen specifically.
Freddie Mercury, yeah.
But, oh, this is what live music is. Okay, that's the Bearsies.
But music's always been around because even the television, not as it was now, it's only had the 2 channels, and not much to interest children and teenagers. So more like reverted back to music, listening to the music on the radio.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like a thing that, because I think these days like technology's to the point where there's no such thing as boredom anymore. So I think that's because people complain now about people not going out anymore and stuff like that. It's because they don't need to. There's like when you only had 2 channels and there was nothing on TV. Like, what else would you do on a on the
now
Friday
people
night?
have got a home to be inside. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, we bought our first Blu-ray player in about 2 or 3 years because we want to go back to like the classic.
Okay. Is there much on Blu-ray? Because I feel like that peaked and then died quickly, but DVD still stayed steady.
No, I mean, to be fair, Blu-rays, it's about the same now. I struggle to find DVDs now. I think this Blu-rays are more... The in thing now is 4K Ultra HD, which you need a fancy TV for that, which I don't have a fancy TV, so I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, but it was like the last gig we did when I brought my little flash camera.
Yeah.
That was really fun. I really enjoyed doing that. It's going to take 6 to 8 weeks getting it developed, but still, it's
worth it.
It was like going back in the day, you know. I think more people should try that.
It's a retro thing. They obviously cassette tapes are quite a popular merch thing.
Mm-hmm.
Was cassette tapes your era? Were you in with Walkman when you were getting into music?
No, it was before then. The
My
Walkmans came in when I was in my 30s.
See, I had a
It was
Walkman.
vinyl.
Walkman, I was just being polite.
It was vinyl, but, yeah.
What would you say? What was your first one that you bought?
The first album that I bought,
Yeah,
it was actually David Bowie Hunky Dory album,
yeah.
and then followed by Three Linda's Fawn and then Queen.
I feel bad saying it. My first CD I ever bought was Chico Time.
Mine was Anthology by Alien Ant Farm,
Right.
and then it was Hype.
Is that the one with Smooth Criminal in it?
Yeah,
That's the first version of that song I ever heard was from them.
Oh really? That's it.
I got into Michael Jackson like 10 years after.
So I knew I wanted 2 albums. I wanted Anthology by Alien Ant Farm and Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park, and I bought, because I used to get £10 a week pocket money, and albums just coincidentally bit with £10. So the first week I had to pick one, and the second, so you know, I like to think those were my 2 first albums because I wanted them both at the same time, but I couldn't afford them, so I had to wait a week. God, that's depressing. Having to wait a week to pay £10 for a flipping album. Jesus.
Do you know what, album prices don't seem like they've gone up much, really. When you think about it, back in the late 90s, it was a tenner an album. I mean, now you get like the big deluxe versions, so they can, we only do it on this vinyl, but you have to pay an extra 50 quid for it. But
Yeah, the vinyls that make money. But yeah, CDs. Music isn't, like, unfortunately, I don't think physical media sells anymore, really, especially music. 'Cause now you've got, like, Spotify and stuff. People don't really, unless you're, like, a big fan, you'll buy the CD. But there's CDs I've wanted, so then I've, like, you know what, I might as well just stream them because I'm on a stream, which is bad. I actually shouldn't do it. Bad James, but you shouldn't do it, you know. But people do it. It's just, but there's only, I mean, it's a fun fact. I'm going on my tangent.
I love it.
Like, there's only, like, the fact that making money from music was the exception, not the rule. So, since humanity started making music, you could not sell music because there simply wasn't the technology there to do it. There's only since the 1930s or whatnot when physical media has been a thing where you could actually make money from recording a song and releasing it. So really, there's only been, in the entire human history, entirety of humanity, there's only been 100 years where you've actually been able to make profitable money. I mean, even Mozart and stuff didn't make anything. He used to sell sheet music, but he didn't make a penny from that. That was the person who wrote the things. So yeah, there's only been that short amount of time before you could actually make music. And now, obviously, technology's gone to the point where you don't need to buy a CD to listen to any song, so now that's kind of dipped again. It's food for thought, is what I'll say.
Sure, it's interesting, but it's just the fact that you had that conversation about the shipping forecast with me earlier today.
I keep thinking, I don't know what I'm gonna say. That's my problem. I don't know what I'm gonna say until like 2 seconds before I say it. So it's just like
It makes for good podding.
it's like, it reminds me of it, you know, that Wallace and Gromit. You know, when Gromit's on the train tracks chasing the penguin, and he's like doing the train tracks. That's me with words.
I know what you mean. Before we came up for the podcast today, I'd messaged James to see if he had any questions for yourself as well. And this is a quote from him. Apart from the gigs that we've played, what is your favourite local gig you've been to in the last 5 years?
Last 5 years. I think
Like post-COVID, essentially.
I think every single gig's got something to offer. But basically, I think the Coast Fest, the very first Coast Fest,
That was good. I
I
the
loved
first one.
it. That was weekend. It was like a new festival. There's nearly all local artists, and they
Yeah.
were just like wandering around. You couldn't.
Who was the headline on that one again?
I can't remember because I didn't really stay for the headliners. Got that.
Because I know
After
Professor
all the
Green
days.
did one. I wonder if that was the year after.
Yeah, I think that's the second year.
Yeah. But
it's really good because the artists all were walking around. You could meet them.
yeah, absolutely.
That was great. Yeah. Another one is it goes basically by the location. I went one where it was at the Castle Keep in Newcastle.
Right.
So I had like it was porcelain there, Wilfred, so and so, George Bailey, and people from the area like Joe Goodall, and just like a good location, and great music, great acoustics. Was it?
Yeah.
That was a good gig.
Do you prefer like small intimate gigs like Sofa Sound? Or do you
Very.
prefer like full on Clooney productions?
Actually, I hate arenas.
Right.
I only go to arenas if I see them like at grassroots level and built up,
Oh,
mainly. Yeah. So yeah.
You
Other than
lose
that-
something, don't you? Like I always feel,
Yeah.
there's not a connect. You lose a connection when
You
you're like
do.
arena. It's like too big, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, that's it. Like I always said, like my act. Obviously, I've saw Ed Sheeran live at an arena in a stadium, and it looks good to do that. But realistically, if I got to that level, I'm just a one man with a loop pedal. I'd love to just like sell out a month worth of little buildings, or like sell out like instead of just doing like one arena, just do like NX or something like that, but for a full week. Same amount of capacity.
Much better seeing Sheeran at this Clooney.
Well, yeah, that's another thing, isn't it? You saw Ed Sheeran, was it when he was first starting off?
Oh, yeah, I was at about 2011, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was at the Clooney. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Well, that-
alright. I didn't even get into playing music until his third album, so that's about 2017. I mean, I've got my own Clooney shows, but I don't think I'm pushing the heights of Ed just yet. But it's mental the names that you have seen
Yeah.
that have come through.
So back the 70s, there was so basically I went to just see people who had been on top of the pops because you can't fork out money to see somebody that made like, so you see them first. There was a little band called Slick, had like a #1, a few little hits in the charts, but the lead singer was Midure.
Right.
Yeah. And of course, like local band Geordie, who had a few hits. There was Bruce Johnson, was the lead singer.
yeah, Brian Johnson was from ACDC.
Sorry, Brian Johnson, sorry. Oops.
I've got you back.
That's fine. This is a podcast well known for name slip-ups.
I get names mixed up all the time now.
We're going to take a short break in a minute, but I've just got one final question, just to put a slight bit of controversy in.
Oof.
Which artist has been the biggest disappointment for you to see live?
Oh, well, there's a couple.
Me and
One
you.
was, yeah, Barry and Connor. No, I don't really watch like the talent show programs. Only if there's somebody in that I followed. And there was one year, there was somebody called Tokyo Myers. He
Right.
was a keyboard player.
Yeah.
And he did the Sage or the Glass House as it is now, and it was just totally boring. It was mainly backing tracks. To be fair to him, I don't think it was any support. I think he did the whole night, but it was mainly all backing tracks, and what he was actually playing wasn't that intricate.
Right.
And after the break for the second half, he actually just came in, climbed on top of the piano and listened to a backing track for, it wasn't just for a minute or 2 minutes, it was actually about 6 minutes. I don't
Right.
no, not my idea.
Yeah.
And then the other one is another one. Actually, every year I try and see somebody from the past, from the 60s or 70s,
Right, okay.
who I never got round to seeing. And I went to see Art Garfunkel again with the Sage and the Glass House, and he was absolutely terrible.
Right.
Heard he's I mean, I love
Yeah.
Simon and Garfunkel, but I think he smoked a bit too many cigars, so he hasn't got that angelic voice anymore. And it's just like, well, I'm not going to do the Garfunkel accent.
He's-
Like,
His son did most of the singing, and he had a very high falsetto voice.
yeah.
But even Bridgewater Troubled Water, Art Garfunkel said, I can only manage a verse and a chorus, that's all I can do. So it was just, nah, I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
Just a quick add-on to that then. If you're getting to try and see someone from that era every year, have you got anyone in mind for this year?
I don't think I've got anybody booked for this one year now, because I'm cutting back on gigs.
That's what you said.
He said that last
I
year.
don't think-
I'm cutting back on gigs.
No, I haven't got anybody lined up this year, no. No.
That's what I'm sure they'll pop up some point.
I'm sure
We've
they
got
will be,
11 more months to go.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break, and we're going to play you a brand new song by Barry Hagman, just to pass the time.
Yes, this is going to be coming out for Paddy's Day on the Wednesday, the 12th of March, I think.
Thursday the 12th.
Is it Thursday the 12th? Wednesday the
12th is the
11th.
Thursday.
It's either Wednesday the 11th. Hang on, I'm working episodes. Honestly, right. There's something that's on the Wednesday. I want to bring it out. So when is it?
Wednesday the 11th.
Wednesday the 11th of March.
Ooh.
I'm just like.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I was going to yeah. What do you know? What do you know that I don't about my own song? Yes, Wednesday the 11th of March. This song comes out. It's called "Back to the Irish Pub," and enjoy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you stumble into Dublin on a Sunday afternoon. You have a pint of Guinness and you leave way too soon. But wherever you go, the drinks don't taste as strong. The music isn't lively and they don't play Irish songs. Well, you're drunk again. You got Guinness on the brain, and you know that you should go back to the Irish pub. You drank up in pain. You wish that you had stayed, and with a little luck, you'll stumble back into the Irish pub. You thought a change of scenery would make the night better, but you got caught out in the rain and now it's getting wetter. And you hear the music calling from 2 streets away. So sack the next pub up, let's go back to where we stay. Well, you're drunk again, you got Guinness on the brain, and you know that you should go back to the Irish pub. You drank up in pain, you wish that you had stayed, and with a bit of luck, you'll stumble back into the Irish pub. It's a place where the brown-eyed girl played the black velvet band. Had 7 drunken nights with your man Mick McCann, where Morley Malone held the horse outside and drank whiskey in the jar the night that Paddy Murphy died. Well, you're drunk again, you got Guinness on the brain, and you know that you should go back to the Irish pub. You drank up and paid, you wish that you had stayed, and with a little luck, you'll stumble back into, well, you're drunk again. You got Guinness on the brain, and you know that you should go back to the Irish pub. You drank up and paid, you wish that you had stayed, and with a little luck, you'll stumble back into the Irish pub. Yep. And welcome back to Off the Stage. I hope you enjoyed that song. It is out on Wednesday the 11th of March.
Yeah. Or now. It depends on what it is this episode.
Specifically for Paddy's Day. So if there's any pubs called the Dubliner, let me know and put it on your playlist because it references your pub.
Or any Irish pubs in general.
Yeah. Just I'll make some different versions and I'll just put your pub name if you really want it on your playlist. No, I won't. That's a lie. Anyway, welcome back. We have Instagram questions.
That we do. Every week we have a guest on and we advertise when they're on. And we put a story up for you to ask your questions to that guest. And no surprise, we got quite a few for Alan. Normally we get like 1 or 2 that we make up ourselves, but we got 2 pages worth of questions for yourself. So let's fight through them. Marvin Hansen 190. What instruments does he play? Every time I see him at a show, I know it's going to be good.
Well, actually, the answer to that is basically none. Although I did have piano lessons when I was really, really young, and had my first bottom level certificate from the London College of Music was actually signed by Julian Andrew Lloyd Webber's father.
Oh wow, of course it was.
I haven't played a piano for about 50 years, so no.
Sure,
I even play the triangle out of tune nowadays.
We'll give you a tambourine for the next gig.
Yeah.
In fact, it's generally a loop thing I've had in mind. I want to do such a basic loop version song, like write one, that I can call a crowd member up and be like, this is how you use a loop pedal. I'm going to get you to do the tambourine and the microphone and you to do this, and we're going to build our own live loop kind of thing. So maybe, if I get it right, I'm going to call you up on there with your triangle.
I nearly, on the last gig, I nearly did ask someone, because there's the song No More Sleeping. It's really important. It really suits a tambourine, and I didn't have a thing for a tambourine. However, it worked out fine because I accidentally put the tambourine on top of the suitcase, and it just made the sound anyway. So I was like, well, that's and so I'm going to use that from now on. I was like, that's such a good happy coincidence.
Hey, it works.
Something you'd find in like a biopic, you know, someone does something,
and that's where
it's there. It's like, so that's a really good idea. I don't know how far your loops can go. I don't know if you could, your usual harmony loop. I don't know if you could like face that to the audience and have them sing into it. I don't know how powerful that
I can, but whenever you face it away from the stage, you're always at risk of feedback.
Oh yeah, so
that's why I've now got the sound hole on the guitar. And when I loop, you'll always see me play with a mic. I've got these switches. Just means I can turn it off when I'm not using it.
It's an experience right there.
But as we said in the first part, I'd always do smaller shows anyway. I'm not against getting someone on stage. I think, let's give it a try. We'll teach you how to loop and stuff. It's just a theory I've got, like an idea.
That's a really
and we'll
good
see
idea.
what happens in the next couple of years. I need to write that kind of song first. The reason I got that idea originally is because I was listening to a Sabrina Carpenter song. That was my inspiration.
Oh well, yes.
But anyway, we'll get there one day. At Stitch_Redmond_music_management. Big name.
It is.
Big ambitions. Says, is there anyone that he has seen, he thinks had something special, but doesn't make music now? So is there anyone you've seen, you went, they're going to be big, but then they've kind of took a step back?
Local wise.
Either?
Local wise, somebody I used to see a few years ago all the time was somebody called Jake Coolsby.
Right.
He was a really great singer-songwriter, and he's just disappeared off the face of the earth. I sometimes see him occasionally at gigs and ask if he's going to come back in the music, and just keep saying soon, but so far, not yet. No.
There's a guy I knew who I genuinely thought he was going to be the next kind of because I used to see him all the time, called Paul Liddell. I don't know if you've ever heard of Paul Liddell. Well, Paul Liddell was a fantastic songwriter. I think he just got sick of it, to be honest. I think he's in like some heavy metal band now, I think, but he used to be a really good just acoustic singer-songwriter. He did the loop thing as well. He did a fantastic version. It'll still be on YouTube somewhere of "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina," because he was also a trumpet player. It was. I'd love for him to do one comeback gig, just like old times kind of thing. So, yeah.
Do you know, answering that one? We had someone on the first season podcast, and I'm not that big into country music, but I always thought Jack Milcreast's songs were like really, really good. And I remember going to see his EP launch at the Prohibition Cabaret. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, doesn't sell anymore.
And well, he was upstairs and he put on a great show. He had Sam Shields supporting, and I thought it was fun. I was looking forward to the next album and stuff like. I loved it. And then he still does music, but he does like session work more. So I thought, well, that's a great shame.
Touring with Jake McElderry.
But I thought every song he was releasing was banger, and I was like, wow, it's gonna be like the next Takeoff. But you know, changes for different people. At Artist Maz says, what does he look for in gig/musicians that makes him want to go back and see them again? So do you ever go to like a gig and be like, do you know what, they've ticked this off the list, I'm going to see them again for that? Or
I think it's the passion, whether they feel the lyrics or feel the music. I can actually feel that myself, and if they're actually passionate about the music and believe their own music, that goes a long way for me to go and see them again, because they've got to have a good voice and good lyrics and good music, but it's a passion of that. They've got the enthusiasm and given 110%. That you go back and see them again.
I 100% get that. That's one of my New Year's resolutions, is to become more kind of like open with music and stuff, instead of just being like the whole, I wrote a song about sad stuff, but it's fine. I kind of want to be that artist who's like, disses completely
Yeah.
everything that's
You wanna-
about in more
Tell a
like
story.
you want to be more emotional with it.
That's what
I've tried doing that with the live shows. Obviously, when I do the whole go live acoustic in the crowd, half of that reason is because in a local show, as you'll know, some of the crowds don't shut up. So the only way to make them quiet is to make them feel like, oh, I can't talk now, because it's like a restriction. But also, if you do something really quiet and acoustic, it just becomes like more emotional. I love it when I do like a pub cover gig and I can get somebody to cry, because you feel like you've nailed that song. As harsh as it is, it's like, yes.
It is.
I don't know what that's happened a few times. I don't know if it was me or if it was just the like broke up with the boyfriend.
You stop punching them when you do it.
Cry.
we did a duo song once, and it was we did Home. I can't remember who the original one's by, but Alabama.
Yeah.
And we were doing it, and there was this couple that had come to see us all the time, and I'm sure she was like going back home from uni, and they were like getting upset about it, and they were crying about it. I hope that's the case, and we weren't just really, really bad.
No, yeah, was that the points?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Like sometimes it's just like, well, we've done a good job there to bring the emotion through from the song.
It wasn't our song, but still, when it's our performance, and
Absolutely
it
right.
still makes
It's the same thing.
Still makes us feel good.
I've only cried twice at a gig.
Which one?
The first one was singing Callum Scott in Dublin. That was the first time he'd played No Matter What. I hadn't heard it before. It was a very emotional song, so I cried then. Second one was a local artist. Was at the Boiler Shop, and it was like first line and the second line, the third line come along. I thought, oh, this is going to be an emotional roller coaster, and it's got nearly the chorus. Thought, I'm going to go here. So I was like looking around, see if anybody knew. So I just felt it. And I was looking at the lad next to us, about in his 20s. He was crying already. So I thought, right, I'm away. And that was Andrew Cushion with 4.5%.
Oh, really? Yeah, fair enough. Again, you can make it to that level by having the right passion and emotion through the sound. Failed to Ignite official has asked 2 questions. First one is, which act kick-started your love for independent local acts? So we know you've seen like Queen and stuff early, but what made you want to go see like the local scene more so?
Just because I enjoy it better. There's more chance of it being quieter and being able to listen to the music. I don't think it's anyone, but I think about the first one was actually from the buskers. Was actually Jay Coolsby, who then I went and started seeing him in the local grassroots venues. So that's how it kicked off, and then saw Support. So I started following them, and it just like snowballed from then.
It's a good point, because that's my like kind of like I don't like things that are too peoply.
Yeah.
So that's a really good point. I mean, it's always a bad point because it's like it shows that a lot of shows don't sell many tickets and stuff like that. But although even the shows that are sold out and stuff, it's still like a small little
smaller rooms
and stuff.
Little buildings, it's a 60 cap room. You sell that out, it can still be quiet. Which again is much better than a sold out utility arena, because it's more intimate anyway. Second question from Fail to Ignite. Could you name 5 local / smaller grassroots bands and artists that you would have booked if you were booking a festival? Like if you were to put a festival in, you could just pick 5 localish.
My 5 favourite local ones.
It doesn't necessarily have to be from the northeast, just like the grassroots levels.
No, from the grassroots. That are still at grassroots level, basically.
Yeah, I'll let you have one headline that's broke through.
Well, headline's got to break through. It's got to be my goat, Tom Brennan. I saw him from grassroots. It was classed as think tank underground, but now where the head of steam is. Yeah. So so he'd be the headliner.
He did a great utility arena gig last year.
Yeah, that was good. That was on my birthday.
I know, it was, yeah.
When
Me and Richard in the VIP lounge when you rocked up, was like, there he is.
So that to be one of them. I go by people who have something different about them.
Okay.
A different tone and voice. There's a lad up in I think it's Bathgate, the same place around the same area where Lewis Capaldi's from. I think he's Luke LaVolpe.
Okay.
He's got a really interesting voice. Yeah. We've got, I think it's Barnsley or Sheffield area, Sonny Mills.
Right.
She's a very good singer-songwriter.
I don't know if that name rings a bell.
gonna
I
say,
don't know
I'm
whether
sure
it's just
I've
come
heard-
across like an algorithm of mine or something, but
I'm sure I've heard the name.
That's really...
Definitely heard the name Sonny, and I've definitely heard the name Mills.
well, at first when I hear Sonny, I thought Tennant from South Shields. But Mills also struck a bell there.
I was thinking on share, but it's,
Well, you know, that too.
Fourth one, band-wise, have to go for Lee's. Pick a local one.
Yeah.
They are very entertaining and
Yeah, they're really
something
good.
a bit different.
So they were one of our last.
they were our last ever podcast.
Was it the last
The
one?
last one, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was. I'm so glad because we were at the point where we were like just sick of our lives because we were no offense to a lot of the acts, but we were just like we were just really tired, and
It was every week, wasn't it?
yeah. But then because I think it was because we knew that it was kind of like this is going to be the last one. I felt a bit more kind of relaxing, but luckily Lee's were like
Good.
one really good
Professional.
band, two like really like down to earth lads who were just like really good crack as well, and it was like, oh, this is so refreshing. I was like, I was sure we want to stop. Do you want to interview a few more people? But no, it was yeah, they're really good at them.
Yeah.
Quite like them. And the fifth one be another local female, Eve Simpson. She did just
We had her on
to
early days, didn't we? No,
No, I haven't had Eve Simpson.
I'm
no.
thinking of
I've
Eve
heard-
Cole.
Eve Cole.
That's what I was thinking.
Had
of.
Eve Cole on.
Eve Simpson's from South Shields. She's lived for a while up in Edinburgh while she was studying and stayed a while, but I think just back on Tyneside now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of Eve Simpson.
Name does ring a bell. What kind of genre is she?
Folk, but
It's like
some political songs in
Yeah.
there as well.
Yeah.
Great.
Mint. A few more questions. We've got a bunch more, to be fair. We've got Ewan.Swarm. Am I saying this right?
Swarm, just
Swarm.
song.
Apologies, Ewan. Alan, you have been to so many gigs. What are some of your favourite live shows?
Well, I can't really pick out like one individual. It's got to be like the whole like day of it, like for the festivals. A lot of my things have, a lot of my good ones have been involved with Tom Grennan because I've seen him in places that I've always wanted to go,
Yeah.
like the Royal Albert Hall and Ali Pali down there.
Yeah.
So he's given us a lot of memories, Tom Grennan.
He treats it like brunch now and then, doesn't he? He takes you for food now and then, doesn't he? I'm sure I haven't made that up. Was it like on your birthday or something? He took you out for like a lunch? Was it someone else?
No, that wasn't Tom. I got like a t-shirt signed and all that.
I'm sure there was somebody at a similar level that you were like, oh yeah, took me out for my breakfast. I really can't remember who. I just always assumed it was Tom Grennan. But he strikes me as like a kind of like the nice kind of guy.
He is.
Yeah.
It was a good performance show as well.
You've got to be this day and age. It's like I think the age of like the arsehole Noel Gallagher rock star. It doesn't exist at the moment.
Depends on the genre, but I think that's your two levels you can be. You can
Yeah,
either be
I
the
think
one
so.
that people want to go for a pint with, or you could be the god-like figure.
Yeah,
And if you do that, you can't stray away from being
yeah.
like that egotistical, and it works. But I think it's just easier to be the have a pint guy. I mean, who would you prefer? Would you prefer to go and see someone who was the god figure, or would you prefer to see someone who was like, Alan, do you want to go for a pint?
Yeah, someone's down to earth. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
One of the lads.
I_Pete says Alan is a star. Can you ask him if he's going to the amazing Tom A. Smith gig at the end of January?
Oh, Tommy Smith. No, gig clash, unfortunately. I'm
Oh.
down in Wakefield.
Who are you saying instead?
Skinny Living.
Don't know Skinny
They're a
Living.
band from Wakefield.
I know Skinny Living. Yeah, I've heard of Skinny Living.
Yeah.
Skinny Living.
I am seeing Tom on his tour when he's to come to Newcastle. I think that's about the early April, I think. Yeah.
So this will be out by then. So
Yeah.
First saw Tommy Smith when he's 11.
yeah.
Really?
He used to be called Tom Mouse Smith.
You know, I think it's even before Tom Mouse Smith.
Oh,
I just
it's
called
just
Tom Smith and
Tom-
became
oh
Tom
God.
Mouse or Smith.
We've got at life_through_roses_eyes. Who have you seen live that's really surprised you, good or bad?
really surprised me good. It was a very recent one. It was because I've forgotten his name.
That's alright, it's our weekly siren kicking off again.
Yeah.
Some things don't change.
I was going to say, he's ever going to sell ice cream going at that speed? It's a bit of a done joke, that. But
Yeah. There was a very recent one. It's Kieran Ducrow,
Right?
just at City Hall, only because I saw him a few years earlier at the Northumbria University, and I got there late. I was at the back. I couldn't see and I couldn't hear. There was a friend of mine who was going, and he got an upgrade to like a meet and greet. We had do a +1, so I thought, yeah, we'll do. I'll buy me a ticket and go along. And he was absolutely fantastic. Yeah. There's just great songs, and it seemed to be one of these ones where he didn't just like do the music from the records.
Yeah.
He just, so I think all the songs were about 4, 5, 6 minutes. He like put extra bits in. So it wasn't just like listening to the record. It was a great night.
That's good. Daniel_maple.music says, where's the furthest away from home you've gone to a gig? Shooting Dover and that.
The furthest one for an actual gig was to Paris.
Right.
And a half one would be Switzerland.
What makes it a half a gig? Half a travel?
Because it was like Freddie Mercury's birthday party, so I was half and half of us going to go that year or not. But it was another Queen tribute band from Scandinavia called Night of Queen, who I saw in London a few years before, and who I wanted to see again. So because I wanted to see them both, I then went, just decided to go to that one in Switzerland, Montreux.
You've seen, there's a trip, what's the Queen tribute that you've seen 96 times now?
That's One Night of Queen, which is how I discovered Night of Queen. Surprise, surprise.
Where are we at next? We've got
Carlos.
I'll go for Carlos. At Captain_K_Morgan13 has given us 3 questions. Question 1 is, where was the first gig you went to see? To be fair, we already said that one.
I've already done that one.
I'll go through the next one. What is your spirit animal?
Oh, let's have a think of that
Good
one.
contrast.
It is, isn't it? Probably a sloth.
Yeah.
Easy going.
Slow and chill.
Yeah, slow and chill.
That's
That
the
would
best.
probably be mine one.
It's mine, to be fair.
I don't know what mine would be. Mine like a Labrador trying to chase a ball, but then sees a different ball, and then goes for that one, and just before you know it, there's balls all over your head. Second question: what are some of the things you like most about going to see live music?
Just the crowd atmosphere and actually getting to meet other people who like that band as well.
I was going to say, because you've got like a small community of people that just go to local shows as well, like Lorraine and obviously Ewan and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you tend to find them people in crowds quite often, or is it like a once every 25 gigs you see?
At small gigs you can all meet up beforehand. You can all try and get there near the front, so nearly all together.
Yeah.
Whereas the bigger the venues, the less chance of seeing you meeting up with your friends.
Yeah.
Unless you all book together in seats.
That's a good community, that though.
It is.
Final Instagram question we've got.
This is a good final one, actually,
Is it?
because this is you're like the arbitrator of this decision.
Oof.
Do you know what? This kind of links into one of my last questions I've got as well, to be honest with you. So, I'm gonna merge them both in.
Who's it from?
This is from @DylanP_Does_Life.
Right, yeah.
Now, my question was, have you got any suggestions of artists that are going to exceed in 2026?
Yeah.
Dylan's question is, who is the next big thing in the music industry? So mine was just like, who are you expecting to blow up this year? But
It's
in
more
general,
direct.
who is the next big thing in the music industry?
I think for the last 5 or 6 years, I haven't been seeing anybody new specifically, unless I go to see them. And then, like, you see supporter on you.
Yeah.
But locally, if I had to name one who's going to be a big name in the future, I would say Joe Bartley.
Right, okay.
I caught him supporting for Bear Park about must have been getting on for about 18 months ago now, and he was only about 15 at that time. I think he said he had 3 songs written, and he played one, the other were all covers. And it was just a great song, and he's got a great voice, great personality, and he's invited on the stage for Sam Fender when he did St James's Park.
Yes.
And he's just sold out little buildings a few months ago. So
he was at
didn't want to go.
Was that Coast Fest last year that I was doing when it was raining?
He was there that night. Yeah, he was there.
Joe Bartley, you heard it here first.
Ashley gave me a question. We're pretty much done with part 2, and I'll quickly run this one through as well. So this is a nice one to end with. Ashley's question she gave me before I came out was, what's your most memorable moment from any gig you've been at?
I think it's a bit of a cop-out. I've got like little bits of memory, good memories from a lot of gigs. But the biggest memories is when things go wrong, especially from my end. I once actually booked a gig in London for the Friday night and a gig in Strathpether for the Saturday night. And it was just
There's a bit of a travel difference there.
Just get up early, get the train to Newcastle, jump in the car and drive it to Strathpether.
I thought you were going to say like moments that like things that go wrong on stage, because there's a lot with us.
You'd love me if
There's too many to mention.
I was watching the downloaded footage from Little Buildings. Every time you see my face go, whoa, I'm like, well, that's the wrong note.
Yeah.
Right, when I went to see David Bowie at Roker Park, Sunderland, first class spider tour.
Yeah.
He'd come on the stage, sang his one song, and then started talking, saying, "Hello, Newcastle." That was quite good.
I wonder if he did. He mustn't have done that on purpose, or maybe he did. I don't know. You never know with Little Bowie, do you? It's like he just decided he wanted to be the villain that specific day.
Well, people get the stage and gates out, so it's great coming up to Newcastle.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, like regularly.
Yeah. That is pretty much everything. Everything else that was written down has kind of been covered throughout the podcast. Is there anything final you want to chuck in?
I would like to promote my gig, if that is okay with you.
Go for it, sir.
So I am playing here at the Ship Isis on the 23rd of April. It's a Thursday, and I'll be promoting my very first album, which is
St George's Day.
It is St George's
Not
Day.
the album, sorry, but
Yeah.
the day.
Well, I do that for a reason, you know. It's so the album is called Old Fashioned Millennial, and it is out at the start of April, and I'll be doing a gig here on the 23rd of April. Doors open 7 o'clock. You can find tickets in my bio. I'll at myself. So if you want to come down and again support live music, like we've been talking about, that is the perfect opportunity, because it's going to be a fun gig. I've actually got a guy from Scotland coming up called Slow for a Poet.
Coming down,
yeah. I'm too used to saying coming up. Coming down from Scotland, called Slow for a Poet. So he's going to be a new musician who you've probably never seen before, so that'll be fun to see, you know.
or maybe you have, and you just want to see him again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if we're pushing gigs, I'm on tour in April. North Shields, I'm doing York, I've got Skipton, I've got Lancaster, I've got Newstead, I've got Sheffield, and the month after, because of gig clash, we've got Hull. And Berry is joining for a couple of those gigs. I'll not bore you with the exact. If you have any interest in checking any of that out, it is on my socials. Again, my app is probably here at some point. If not, it's Conor Michael UK. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's been a brilliant way to start the new season.
I've really enjoyed it. It's just it's nice to hear stories of. I mean, you're probably the most experienced gig goer I know anyway. So it's and now I realise every single gig we're going to have to try and match up to Queen. So that's.
Yeah, I'm sure we could pull the mic stands out.
Yeah, I'll start going with Tash. And,
we did that once though. The reason this podcast started.
Well, actually, that's a good fun story.
Is we went to Leeds for the darts, and our fancy dress theme. Previously, we'd done like Robin Williams characters and just generic stuff, and we all went for a Freddie Mercury theme, and I went for Live Aid and James's Flash.
Yeah.
And my mate Johnny was Wanna Break Free. He just loves dressing up.
Oh, he was just surprised.
He loved
This
it.
is how he came, to be honest. Like we didn't tell him about the Freddie Mercury.
No, good crack. It's a good full circle, that.
Yeah, it is.
And that was and Johnny had to go do a podcast for Newcastle. He did a sports thing, and that's when we started chatting and being like, "I'd love to do a podcast." Yeah, me too. Like about music. Yeah, but like in a pub where you just like sit and chat with. Yeah, you have a pint and you play a song. I just need a co-host. I just need a co-host.
Yes.
Well,
It's like, you need someone who knows technology. I need someone with a personality. This is a perfect.
thank you very much.
Welcome.
And
Thank you.
hopefully we'll see you at a gig soon.
Oh,
Yes.
no doubt, yeah. Everybody will.
Damn right they will.
And we will see you next time. Take care.